Is it cheap or expensive to find a Filipina girl in the Philippines? Is it cheap or expensive? Many of you saying that it's cheap to go in the Philippines and find girl then live like a king. But if you follow what are the things on how to get the right partner, then I don't know if it's gonna be cheap. Hi everybody, good day! Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. So by the way, I'm Jelai and I'm a Filipino vlogger from the Philippines. So welcome to my Philippine channel. And if you're new here, please don't forget to click the like, click the subscribe, and click the notification bell for more videos update. And for today's vlog, everyone or people are gonna talk about, is it cheap to find love in the Philippines? Is it really cheap? Alright, so let's find out if it's cheap or expensive. There are different kinds of women in this world, especially here in the Philippines, guys, whether cheap or expensive. So I know that every woman's also deserve to be treated well, to be loved, and to be respected. I know that not everyone deserve that, but everyone needs that. Well, actually, it depends on the person how she treat you. How if she's honest or loyal to you, then it's gonna be expensive. But if it's not, then let's move to the next one. Yes, and you know what? There's so many places in the Philippines to choose to live. If it's whether there's some places are expensive and there's some places are cheap. But I know for those Western people, this is kind of cheap for you to live here. But many of people like expect about it's really cheap in the Philippines. But how about finding love in the Philippines? Is it really cheap? Okay, so let's count that. Wow, counting. Okay, so first, before you can go to the Philippines, what are the first thing you need to do? Some people said for you to be able to find the perfect match of you need to travel here in the Philippines. And what are the things you need to get before you can travel here? First is get your plane ticket. Oh, getting plane ticket, guys, it depends on how long to wait, or if that is rush, then it's expensive. But if it's not rush, like you book that 3 months before or 1 year before you travel in the Philippines, then it's gonna be cheaper. Yes, it's gonna be cheaper to meet your Filipina. Some people they're using a dating site, so I will recommend you a Christian Filipina site. If you cannot travel as of now and you wanna meet Filipina and without going to the Philippines yet and you wanna know her culture first, then Christian Filipina is the best for you. That's my highly recommended dating service. But if you want to put boots on the ground, then you need to get a plane. So how much you need to spend? I think this is just my estimate, okay? You can check on the booking site, like I will recommend you booking.com, agoda.com, or any kind of booking site that will give you a travel and tours, hotels, flights, and more. Yeah, so that is very important for you before you can travel here. So my expected is if you travel here in the Philippines, and if you are from the western part, so maybe if you book that ahead of time, like a year, maybe you will only spend 30K to 50K. I I think so. I don't really, this is just my estimate, guys. But if you book that very, very late, like rush. So you book now, then you go travel here next month, then it's gonna be expensive visit here in the Philippines. But there is the next option. So if you book now, then you travel here by next month. It depends on it depends also, guys, the season. So if it's summer season, then it is expensive. Holiday season like Christmas, then it's also expensive. So it depends on the seasons or the holidays. Um, about your plane tickets. So if you wanna get a cheap price to get here in the Philippines, so it is better to book ahead of time rather than booking later, or rather than booking on a rushing, rushing days or rushing time, just tomorrow you go to the Philippines, then you just book today. So it's not gonna be worth it for you because it's gonna be expensive. But if you're rich, then go ahead. All right. So that's how you started your journey here. Get your plane tickets. You don't need visa to travel here, people, because it's free visa in the Philippines. There are so many countries here are free visa, and especially you are from western part or first world country, it is easy for you to enter Philippines. But as Filipinas, if we go to America, there is a lot of requirements, a lot of um like if we are capable to travel there, if we have loads of money, loads of like properties, we need to share that also to the visa company, so that they what is that the visa approval will be smooth. But if we don't have those, we don't have something to come back here in the Philippines, especially if I have business in the Philippines and I'm rich and I will travel to the America, then it's a lot of possible for me to travel because I have something to I have the reason to come back here in Philippines, and I have assets. But if I don't have those, and I don't also have sponsor from the America, then there is a lot of possibility that I can travel. Then they embassy, what is the embassy? Immigration won't let me to do it. It's hard for us from the third world country, guys, to travel in your country. If you are from America, Canada, UK, then there's a lot of possibility for you to travel here. You're so lucky. And next is the meet. So if you traveled here in the Philippines and you meet your Filipina, and let's say you met her online, so in Christian Filipina, and you met her in person now, so for the first time. If she is a good Filipina, she will let you meet her family on the first day or the second day, or yeah, she will let you introduce her family, her friends, and more because she's loyal to you. You know what? The signs of good Filipina is when she will introduce you to her family. That means she didn't hide you anything or something, because if you met your Filipina in Cebu or Manila and she's from Dumaguete and she will not let you travel here, she just want you to stay there in Manila or somewhere like far from here. So that mean maybe she have a boyfriend here, or she have a husband here or in her province. So that's a little bit scary to meet with Filipina. Like when she want you to meet on the specific place, which is far from her birthland, far from her permanent address. So that's kind of one of the red flag, right? So meeting with Filipina families, for sure you will gonna bring a gifts. You will not go there without those, right? You will also feel shy because you don't you know what, some Filipino families, they have high expectations since you're a foreigner. So expect guys to bring gift, even little or big. It depends on you. It depends on your generosity, or it depends on your capacity, how much you can give. Like, don't give money. It depends on you, but you should give something like make them happy, or something like they don't never tried here in the Philippines, so like chocolates or food, something like they never had in their lives. So it's good for presents for the sisters of or siblings of your um girlfriend or like something to the families or the niece and nephews, because for sure they will come to see you in her house. That's very expected. So yeah, it depends on how much you give, like how much you show off. You don't have to show off, guys, just be yourself, you don't have to share a lot of things. Just be yourself so that they also don't expect a lot, because if they expect a lot from you and you only have little on your pocket, then since they expected a lot already, then it's gonna be hard for you or hard for them also to adjust. All right, so the next one is the engagement. So since you get along together and she's a good Filipina, she introduced you to her family, and you seems like you go along together in a good relationship, good communication, and everything, like together are really bond together, then it's really you love each other, then that's the time you um what is that you decide to marry her, like engagement first. So the engagement party here, if you follow the traditional thing, like you need to prepare maybe lechon or a snack, something food to eat, then you can talk to the family what are the plans, like when is the wedding, what are the type of wedding that you need to do, like church or like civil wedding, it depends on. So during the engagement we will talk about that. If you follow the um traditional way, which is expensive, but if you do the engagement, like you just give her the ring and just say you will marry me, something like that, then if she say yes, then yeah, boom. But of course you need to spend for the engagement ring, but it depends on you how much. All right, it depends on you. If you want a cheap one, then it's depends on you. If your Filipina is simple and she's very good and kind to you, she is very loyal, then she deserves something better. It depends on you, guys. If she's simple also, she don't really appreciate expensive. She appreciate little things that comes from your heart, not from your wallet. Right? But if you do the engagement like traditional way, there is no engagement ring, only the process about the wedding. What are they, not really the process, like what are the plans? So that should be, because I've been um what is that, like witnessing many engagement party here in the mountain or traditional way, they don't give ring, only the food for the people to eat and the discussion about the wedding, so that's it. And next is the wedding. So the wedding process, wow. So the wedding process for foreign, I think like it will gonna process 1 month or more. I've heard so many stories about it that they process long time, especially about church wedding. You need to go to the embassy first, then process some requirements. So there's so many requirements, guys, that you need to comply before you can get married, since you're a foreigner. So it needs a lot of things. I think you need to stay here 21 days and up before you can process in the embassy. I think that's one of the thing, like you need to stay here 21 days and up for the requirements staying here for you to get married. I don't know, guys, I really don't know about it, like I just heard about that, right? And marriage thing is like we don't have annulment here in the Philippines. I don't know, guys, if there is not annulment, like divorce. I don't know, guys, if somebody is married to a foreigner married to a Filipina, since he's a foreigner he can do divorce. I don't know about that, but I think there is no way to go to get divorced, but you can do annulment. So if annulment it's quite expensive, but if you two guys not good each other anymore, then you can make that as an option for you guys to have to separate in a separate ways, because if not, there's still marriage hold, like a marriage cert or license holder. If you still have those and you find another one, and what if your partner filed a case about that, that's a what we call that, I forgot. Yeah, it's gonna be, you will gonna be put in jail. So oh my god, it's not gonna be easy here, it's cheap or expensive. Yeah, wedding here in the Philippines is kind of expensive, but if you really love that person, then go for it. And it depends on your wallet, guys, if you can afford or not. So for the wedding church here, it is very cheap. It's around 5K to 15K. That's for Catholic church. I don't know about other church, maybe lesser than that or cheaper. Excuse me. Yeah, so but if you choose a church wedding for if she's Catholic, then it's gonna be like that. And for the reception, gonna be 50 to 300K. It depends on, but if you wanna do a traditional wedding, guys, you need to um kill pigs, pigs, bugs of you have like sacks of rice, you need to prepare those and more spices and just let the neighbors to cook it. So that's kind of traditional thing here in the mountain usually people doing. But you want to experience a traditional wedding with your Filipina, then it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a good thing for you to experience, same like as a Filipino thing. But it depends on you guys. If you want something like modern and you have some foreigner visitors, then it depends on you. It all depends on you if you want it cheap or expensive. And next is if you want to bring her to America or in your country or in the Western world, it's you need to get a visa for her. I don't think so. Like for the spousal visa, guys, I think I've just searched this from Google. It's 29 to 40 months process. And I've heard many people processing visa, they said they spend a lot of money for that just to bring their Filipino to their country because some of the foreigners for sure is not retired yet and they cannot go travel here back and forth all the time 5 times in a year, 2 times in a year, 3 times in a year, and they can't handle a long distance relationship. So they want their Filipino to travel to their country and live there with them. But the problem here is the visa is very expensive. I don't know how much, guys. Like it can take maybe 38K to 100K plus for your visa. Let's say 100K plus for your visa thing. So yeah, it's quite expensive. But if you really want to bring her to your Western world, then it's gonna be amazing. Then for your fiancé visa, it's around 10 months to 16 months and up. So it depends on how you process and how they if it's the approval, it's very fast and it's gonna be easy for you. So I just all my information right now, guys, it is I just searched this from Google and it only matters your experience than my explanation. So if you experience based on the experience, we have so many also viewers are married in Filipina, and they can you can also share down below how is it? It is expensive or cheap? Is it fine? Is it cheap or expensive to find a Filipina girl in the Philippines? Is it cheap or expensive? All right, so guys, hopefully, many of you saying that it's cheap to go in the Philippines and find girl then live like a king. But if you follow what are the things on how to get the right partner, then I don't know if it's gonna be cheap. Alright, so that's all for today's video, guys. I'm holding this mic like this because in my background is very noisy, a little bit rain, and my neighbor is singing karaoke, and it's now 9 p.m. Still singing karaoke. That's life in the mountain. They have sound systems. Alright, so that's all for today's vlog, guys, and have a great day. So please don't forget to click the like, click the subscribe, and click the notification bell for more videos.